mystery, and I hope life mystery. Have a little bit
Attention! Attention! And now we welcome to the grand trivia stage our great leader, our grand Aquarium Emperor, the trivia master of this age, the past age, the upcoming age, and ages unknown. Please welcome Grand Triviamaster Fluval. Oh, that was a bad noise. Sorry, Master. Let's try again. Fluval. Oh, that's not. We must find the noise to pay tribute to all 5 dimensions you hold in your control. Yes, the fake trumpet for Fluval.
Hello and welcome to Grand Trivia, the only trivia show in any dimension where the points do matter and losing will cost you everything. I'm Fluval, Grand Trivia Master of the Grand Aquarium Empire, and welcome to this most fascinating night of trivia because it's Star Trek Trivia 4, and with me as always is Intern Cardassian.
Hello everyone, I'm Intern Kristie. Thank you so much. I'm
Yes.
so excited.
And welcome back,
to be
Intern
here.
Cardassian, because of course you were out last week during the post-show, or that show post-show with me and Intern Emily Pineapple.
That's right, it's Fluval.
Yes.
But
But don't call me Fluvix,
Oh.
because then Janeway would try to murder me, and she would fail.
She would. How was last week, Fluval?
It was great.
Speaking of.
We got to watch that show hosted by Chris Gethard, and we got to see many great comedians, including Claire O'Kane and Dave Ross.
Ooh.
And Susie came back for Susie's Time.
Love that.
So if you missed it, check out the VOD to see Susie's Time.
Absolutely love that.
Yes, and this week, of course, as I said, it's Star Trek Trivia 4, so you should go to crowd.live and enter the code SHUY7, SHUY7, where you'll get to play against Spock's barely oppressed sexuality, Fairhaven Enjoyer, a whale's booty in transparent aluminum, more like Fart Trek, QAnon at Farpoint,
Ooh.
and Live Long and Suffer.
I love Live Long and Suffer.
Yes, go to crowd.live and enter the code SHUY7, and also Starfleet Academy Reject.
Ooh.
Starfleet Academy Reject also there.
Spock has unrequited
Yearning.
7.
Spock has unrequited yearning 7.
Yes. Yes, that
Spock.
is the one where they go to San Francisco.
Spock.
What?
Spock.
What?
Spock.
What?
Spock.
What?
Spock.
What?
Spock.
What?
Spock has unrequited yearning 7. Spock. Your yearning is so unrequited.
So unrequited.
Spock. Spock.
Spock.
Spock.
Spock.
Spock.
Spock.
Spock.
Fluval, which is your favorite Star Trek movie?
Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home, no question. It's the best one. It's set in San Francisco. They have the nuclear vessels in Alameda. Kirk says, double damn you. It's absolutely the best.
And there are whales.
And there's the whales, and it's all about how humans need to save aquatic life. And it features attempted planet destruction, but they, of course, fail because they're not us.
They saved
know,
the whales.
That space probe, not like us.
It's not like us.
I mean, we don't use weather to destroy things in the same way. We use a big gun.
It's a double dumbass on you.
Double dumbass on you, the profanity,
Can Fluval do the Vulcan salute? Yes.
I'm not going to, but I can.
Well, yeah, and you just have me do it.
Yeah,
'cause
you
I
do
have
it
the
for
fine
me.
motor control.
Hello, computer. Computer. Hello, computer.
Hello, computer.
Computer. And of course,
Computer.
the punk on a bus character is also from Star Trek 4, an iconic Star Trek character.
Iconic.
But
Truly.
Blog's Brain and Stir Trek
Star Trek.
have also joined our game, as has the NCC-1B BBR.
That's true. Fluval is kind of doing it with his tail.
Yeah, that's true.
Friend of GLTS. Stir Trunk.
No, the punk on a bus.
Oh, yes.
Punk on a bus goes round and round, round and round, round and round. The punk on a bus goes round and round all through the town.
Which is the only fun thing in that season.
Oh, interesting. Well,
What was the only fun thing in that season?
you'll have to see.
Spock's brain?
No, apparently the character comes back, the punk on a bus. But what do you mean?
Well, now I'm just astounded.
Because
I
Wiz
need to
says they brought him
understand.
back in Picard.
Oh, on Picard.
Yeah, the show Picard.
I was like, my
Star
brain
Trek
was
Picard.
like, oh, obviously he's talking about the original series season 3.
No. No. He's talking about the worst Trek that came out after everything after TOS.
I see.
He's also with Zach Cherry in Spider-Man. I did think that the label said intern Caucasian. You actually also, honestly, it should be intern Cat's Paw.
Thank you so much. I'm Intern Kristie. Thank you so much.
And
But
why
I
don't
do
we-
love that Halloween episode.
Yeah, it's a great Halloween
Ooh.
episode. And why don't we get our trivia underway, speaking of Star Trek? Why didn't we... Hold on.
We didn't hear the iconic
We didn't
crowd
hear
per
the iconic
gong.
crowd per gong, so we're going to start over.
We have to phase them.
You gotta adjust the phasing, adjust the ship's phasing. Okay, here we go. The iconic crowd per gong in
gong.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Which of these Star Trek species was named after a cop?
What?
The Breen, the Klingons, the Romulans, or the Tellarites?
I know this.
Which of these Star Trek species was named after a cop? The Breen, the Klingons, the Romulans, or the Tellarites?
I like how I reacted to the question. I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
But I know this story.
Yeah,
like
I know you know this
the
story.
answer.
And okay, everyone's answered, so I'm gonna say perhaps the fact that intern Cat's Paw knows this story should have been a hint to you about what the answer is, because
You fools!
it's a TOS related thing.
You are all such fools. I mean, all of these except for the Breen are in TOS.
I know, but 7 of you said the Breen. Those are the ones I was critiquing.
You fools!
Is the 7 who said Breen. None of you said the Klingons. 2 of you said the Romulans. 1 of you said the Tellarites. And none of you got it right because the correct answer is the Klingons.
Ah!
That while the Tellarites may look the most like cops, the Klingon are named after cops.
The Tellarites are the ones that look like pigs.
Yeah. Let me pull up the Tellarites. Alas, poor Yorick. You got it wrong. Yeah, see, these are the
Yeah.
Tellarites.
Lee Klingon.
Yeah, Lee Klingon. Yeah, see.
Suffer and cry. Wow,
I
they
still
look
find-
a lot cooler in the later
Yeah,
ones.
they eventually made them look a lot cooler and so much less creepy.
Right?
But yeah, here's the Tellarites, whose appearance were based on cops. But The Klingons were named after Lee Klingon, who worked with Gene Roddenberry.
Yep. Who
And
was a cop?
Who was a cop. He was a real LAPD officer who inspired the Star Trek Klingons.
Mm-hmm. And Gene Roddenberry was a real cop.
Yeah.
He was the kind of cop who, when he was supposed to be doing his job, but instead was invited to a party he was supposed to shut down, just went to the party. Which, pros and cons. Mostly ACAB in general.
Yeah, and also in trouble with tribbles, the Klingon officer pronounces Klingon more like Klingon.
Lie, PD. Ooh.
Yeah, and to be clear, W.L. Klingon
LAPD
is mentioned on Dragnet, but he's played by Dennis McCarthy, not the real officer.
All of you suffer together.
Yeah, and he was a consultant on Dragnet. So you all suffer together. On the leaderboard, where the Wrath of Blog is in first place with 0 points.
Wow.
Fairhaven with negative 211. Stir Trenk in third with negative 684. Starfleet Academy Reject, we now see why, with negative 748. A Whale's Booty in Transparent Aluminum losing 750. NCC 1 BBBR losing 806. QAnon at Farpoint losing 811. Live Long and Suffer doing just that, losing 841. Blog's Brain losing 866. Spock's Barely Oppressed Sexuality losing 890 points. And More Like Fart Trek bringing up the rear with negative 949 points. Oh yeah, we didn't change the sound alert, so it's still David Lynch saying, "What the hell?"
I think we should just keep that.
I mean, we're going to keep that one, yeah.
So did More
On your
Like Fart
fucking
Trek-
telephone.
Did More Like Fart Trek get it the wrongest, the fastest?
Yes, they got it wrong in 2.3 seconds.
I love that.
While Fairhaven Enjoyer only got it wrong after 35 seconds. So this really illustrates the value in waiting if you don't know an answer. Oh, and we got a new player, Harrison Ford, Live Long and Prosper.
Oh.
So now they're in second, tied for first. Well, they're really tied for first with Blog. And everyone else is down a point. Or a place. Didn't expect that right off the bat. I bet you didn't, well, howdy, partner, as we go to question number 2. The X-Men have crossed over with the crew from which of these Star Trek TV shows? This is a returning question. Is it Star Trek, the original series, Star Trek, The Next Generation, Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, or Star Trek Voyager?
I don't remember.
Which of these USS crews have crossed over?
Enterprise.
Well, or the USS Voyager, or presumably I guess Deep Space Nine's not a USS, but
Starfleet.
yeah, well, yeah. Which of these Starfleet crews has crossed over with Xavier's child soldiers? Is it the original series, The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, or Voyager? Do you know the answer?
I know which one I want it to be.
What do you want?
The original series,
I know, of course you do.
course.
I so rarely get a returning question right. Well, let's see if you got this one right. One of you said TOS. You had this book. Okay, then you got it right. One of you said TOS. 7 of you said TNG. 2 of you said Deep Space Nine. 1 of you said Voyager. The correct answers are TOS and TNG.
Wow.
And so, in the event called... Well, I'm just going to tell you. In the event called Star Treks... Treks. The crew of the USS Enterprise from the original series crossed over with the X-Men. Summary. The insane, reality-altering mutant called Proteus has found a kindred spirit in a nearby universe, Gary Mitchell.
Oh,
The two
no.
power-mad beings are drawing their two realities together, and the X-Men, the Shi'ar Empire, and the crew of the USS Enterprise must try to stop them, or both universes will be destroyed.
Not Gary Mitchell,
And now
the
look at
guy
these-
with tinfoil in his contacts lenses.
And now look at these great memorable quotes. Did he just punch my ship? Kirk, after the Enterprise was indeed punched by the Shi'ar gladiator. Dr. McCoy, yes? Bones and Beast, Hank McCoy and Leonard McCoy. Reply simultaneously to Nurse Chapel and then do a double take at each other.
Adamantium, meet Corbomite.
Mutant, as in the old Earth term Homo sapiens superior?
Oh.
Spock. Gary, Proteus, friend of yours, say Kirk and Cyclops. The story itself, titled Star Treks, is 40 pages long and is followed by several pinups and previews for a number of upcoming titles from Marvel Comics, including Star Trek Early Voyages, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Mirror Mirror, Star Trek Starfleet Academy, Star Trek Unlimited, and Star Trek Voyager. The Beast accidentally identifies Enterprise as a Constellation class. It's actually Constitution class. And it was followed up by Star Trek X-Men Second Contact.
Oh,
which is a
my.
crossover between the X-Men and the Next Generation crew.
Wow.
Following the events of the film Star Trek First Contact, the Enterprise, while returning to the 24th century, is diverted to the 20th century of a parallel universe by a powerful time traveler called Kang the Conqueror.
Oh, no.
There they encounter the superpowered mutants named the X-Men and assist them in fighting Kang's plan to remake the timelines of every known universe. If these two groups fail, history itself will change forever.
History is always changing forever.
Forever!
This is the nature of history.
The novel Planet X is a direct sequel to this comic and is the book that Frankie had and that Intern Forrest read. Which, because Paramount and Marvel worked together to make this, and so then Paramount and Pocket Books did it. And it's in the same continuity as that first crossover, as was mentioned.
Who's supposed to be behind Riker? The one with the human face.
And that's a Borg.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's a Borg and a Sentinel. And then...
I was like, that's a really weird, like, profile.
Yeah.
It's because it's Borg.
It's the Borg.
The Borg.
And they both mentioned that Patrick Stewart and Professor Xavier look very similar, despite this predating the X-Men movie. And then Planet X, two teams of heroes, one astounding adventure.
Wow.
It's a pocket TNG novel.
I like how, once again, it's Riker, really big on the poster, and no Picard to be seen. Whereas with the TOS, it's only Kirk. I mean, it's like... They should have just put Spock on that one.
Spock's on the cover, too.
But, like, little.
Yeah.
It's not his big ol' fucking face.
I mean, also, look how Wolverine is tiny on this one from 96. And then you get to 98, 98, and Wolverine is front and center.
Yeah. They should have known. Worf and Wolverine should kiss. You are correct.
They do they do become really good friends on the holodeck when they fight together.
Really good friends.
Yeah. History will remember them as roommates. And on the book jacket for Planet X, on the planet Zaldia,
could be.
Ordinary men and women are mutating into bizarre creatures with extraordinary powers. But is this a momentous evolutionary leap or an unparalleled catastrophe? The very fabric of Zaldian society is threatened as fear and prejudice divide the transformed from their own kin.
Yeah, maybe they should share a shower together.
Dispatched to cope with the growing crisis, Captain Picard and the crew of the Starship Enterprise receive some unexpected visitors from another reality in the form of the group of mutant heroes known as the Uncanny X-Men.
Oh,
Storm,
no.
leader of the X-Men, offers their help in resolving a situation that is agonizingly similar to the human-mutant conflicts of their own time and space. But when hostile aliens appear in orbit around Zaldia to try and abduct the transformed for use as superpowered force in an attack on the Federation, even the combined forces of the crew of Starfleet and the X-Men may be unable to prevent an inferno of death and destruction.
Oh my god.
Starfleet's finest crew and Earth's greatest mutant heroes will need all their powers and abilities to save the Zaldian people and stop a deadly threat to the Federation. Memorable quotes: "It's not where you fight, it's who."
Ooh. Why
And
am I on this comic
This
book
is set
cover?
between Star Trek First Contact and the Deep Space Nine episodes You Are Cordially Invited, or sometimes after them. It's soon after the Deep Space Nine episode You Are Cordially Invited, as Worf and Jadzia Dax are recently married in the novel.
Oh. Okay.
And during the book, Crusher creates a holographic duplicate of Xavier to help investigate the mutants on Zaldia, because he's a geneticist, a famous geneticist from Earth. And they're like, wow, you really look like Picard.
Wow.
At one point, Worf, Banshee, and Archangel beam aboard an enemy ship accompanied by 3 Enterprise guards named Ditko, Kirby, and Lee.
Ha!
That's right. Of course, there's a reference to me, Stan the Man Lee, in this X-Man.
Do you think Stan ever took salvia?
Probably took everything that you can. Characters: Jean-Luc Picard. In the course of their mission to help the Zaldians, Picard and Storm develop a certain
Salvia.
affection for each other.
Sorry, who developed?
Picard and Storm. They're both leaders. With
I suppose Picard isn't supposed to be hella old.
no.
I think they're perfectly
Yes.
age matched. In my
William-
brain, he's like a hella old.
William T. Riker, leading an away team on the surface. Riker helps Storm deal with some of the transformed. Data, as an android alone among others, Data easily identifies with the X-Men as they, like him, are different from everyone else. Worf, naturally Worf develops a keen respect for Wolverine's abilities as a warrior. Excelsior! And fights side by side with Banshee and Archangel in an attack on the Draken ship. Geordi LaForge. LaForge's investigation of the X-Men's abilities help him form a certain bond with them all, particularly Nightcrawler, to whom he is able to explain certain details about the mutants' teleportation abilities, which I also love. I love that they're like, oh, it's a Star Trek TNG crossover, so obviously they're going to scientifically explain to the X-Men how their powers work.
I'm sure he did all kinds of psychedelics and
Yeah.
dissociatives, but salvia, I think not.
Diana
Salvia
Troy.
didn't really get popular until like
Well,
the 2000s.
I'm not
right?
saying he did it young. Deanna Troy, during the mission, Troy helps Colossus learn a valuable lesson about not taking situations at face value. Beverly Crusher, aided by a hologram of Professor X, Crusher is able to develop a cure for the transformed. That's right. They develop a mutant cure. Excelsior! That's something that the X-Men would love. Wolverine proves vital in the final defeat of the aliens who created the
do
transformed.
this!
It also forms a close bond with Wolf in their mutual love of combat. Storm, Aurora Monroe. The X-Men field leader plays a crucial role in the conflict, defeating the leader of the Transformed who could control the Earth around him. She also develops an attraction to Picard, requesting who you call her Aurora.
Ooh.
Nightcrawler, Kurt Wagner. Nightcrawler's unique means of teleportation allows him to travel onto an attacking alien ship and disable their shields. Because unlike beaming, he can just get around it. And he and Data also convince some of the Transformed to listen to them. Also, LaForge's analysis of Nightcrawler reveals that when he teleports, he becomes covered in Veteran particles.
Yeah, wouldn't he? Wouldn't Magneto
He's not in the crossover.
just... Oh.
Colossus! Although he nearly attacks innocent Zaldians thinking they threaten the Transformed, Colossus proves vital in his team's escape from a damaged shuttle due to his body serving as a temporary conduit. Shadowcat! Fighting side by side with an Enterprise officer, Kitty helps save a group of Transformed. Banshee! Entertaining a group of officers in the bar with his singing, Banshee also proves vital in helping an away team escape a trap. Archangel aids Picard in disarming a bomb from the alien ship that would have destroyed the city, flying out to disarm the bomb after Picard's bring them in close to it in a shuttlecraft. Guinan is in it. Guinan briefly travels on the Enterprise E and gives Wolverine prune juice to help him be regular. And it turns out Q is the one who sent the X-Men into the fantastical world of Star Trek.
Wow.
In Planet X, the hit novel from Paramount Pocket Books.
Colossus did not join the Borg,
Colossus joined Bong. Excelsior!
but may have joined the bomb.
And you know who else may have joined the Bong? More
Classic
like
Q.
Fought Trek gained the most points, gaining 970 correct.
Guinan rules.
And Spock's barely repressed sexuality lost the most points, losing 787 points, you silly person.
That is a foolish thing
Guinan
to
is
say.
most fantastical.
Exactly.
Guinan adds a much needed sense of magic and
Right?
immortality to the universe.
And like, I don't know.
And also, Guinan
Yeah.
makes you say, whoopee.
Exactly.
It would be highly illogical to remove Guided from the book and the show.
I think that it adds a lot to Next Gen that TOS doesn't have, because TOS doesn't have like
Whoopi.
a normal person really.
But she's
on
also
the ship.
immortal. She's
Yeah,
not that
but like
normal.
she's a civilian. She's
But
not
she's
a
also
soldier.
immortal.
But she's not a soldier.
Humans famously die.
That's true, Fluval.
You're right. No, she is not a soldier. I mean, and like, she's better than a lot of the other characters that they use to try to, like.
Kind of, but
she
she's
has her-
still a soldier.
And well, they're not soldiers.
There are soldier
They're not soldiers.
psychologists, but like
They're not
though.
They're not soldiers. They're not soldiers.
They're part of a military
No,
organization.
they're part of a scientific organization that just has guns all the time.
that just has lots of guns and military
and is
technology.
inspired by the Navy, but they're definitely not soldiers.
Ish.
No, yeah,
Ish.
she's half beta that, but she's not.
But she's still
yeah.
part of Starfleet.
She's still part of Starfleet. Yeah, psychologists are keepers of the cops, not soldiers. Look, they're not soldiers like the Jedi aren't soldiers.
Exactly. They are
Yeah.
cops, not soldiers.
The Jedi are generals, but they're not soldiers. They got soul, but they're not soldiers. They're also not on our leaderboard, which isn't what that is. It's what this is, where Fairhaven Enjoyer is in first place with 727 points. The Wrath of Blog is up with 601 points in second. Harrison Ford, Live Long and Prosper, in third with 571 points. More Like Fart Trek in fourth with 21 points. Stir Trank in fifth with 20 points. Borg Colossus in sixth with 0 points. QAnon at Farpoint in seventh with negative 12 points. Live Long and Suffer in eighth with negative 43 points. Starfleet Academy Reject in ninth. Blog's Brain in 10th. A Whale's Booty in Transparent Aluminum in 11th.
I like how QAnon at Farpoint got the first question so wrong
Yeah.
that even getting the second question right, they
Yeah.
are still negative. Them,
Yeah.
Starfleet Academy Reject, and Live Long and Suffer.
Yeah. NCC won
Love this.
BBR in 12th, and Spock's Barely Repressed Sexuality.
Barely repressed.
Yearning to move up the leaderboard in
Yearning.
last place as we go to question number
So
3.
much yearning.
Which city has a marker declaring itself the future birthplace of James T. Kirk? Kirk, Colorado, Riverside, Iowa, San Francisco, California, or Vulcan, West Virginia?
Are these all real places?
Yeah.
Even San Francisco?
Yeah, even San Francisco, I know. San Francisco sounds like something made up for TV, but it's not. I love this gif of Kirk just slapping himself.
Yeah, that's incredible. What episode is it from?
Oh.
Let me see.
A TOS episode. Thank you for not using the
Plato's
same state.
Stepchildren? I feel like it would be...
It could easily be Plato's stepchildren. Also, all of the above. LOI, I've heard Man Brothers say this fact and I do not remember. Well, that's a problem for you, H-Dub. Let's see. Missy absolutely knows this. That is the hint about which one is the correct
I am
answer.
correct. It is Plato's Stepchildren.
Is Missy... I love the on site you identified the episode this gif is from.
Well, because I'm like, when would Kirk be smacking himself?
No, it makes sense.
Just wait, Missy.
Yeah.
Just wait till we get to Plato's Stepchildren.
One of you said Kirk, Colorado. 10 of you said Riverside, Iowa. None of you said San Francisco. None of you said Vulcan, West Virginia. And the correct answer is, in fact, Riverside, Iowa.
That's right.
In fact, you can see the little monument here. Riverside, where the trek begins. Is it? Now it's at 60 Green Street in Riverside, Iowa, and it's just this little plaque that says future birthplace of Captain James T. Kirk, March 22nd, 2228. And it's behind a small yellow house that is now a salon.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah. And then there's also an annual Trek Fest in Riverside, Iowa. I'm going to prevent his birth. And on those days, you can meet people dressed in space uniform alongside the
69
Amish.
Green Street? That would
No,
rule.
60. Oh, can we
But
move
if
it?
we moved it.
That would be great.
I'm going to move the plaque. Gonna move it. It's gonna get moved.
And here's Trek Fest.
Right? Just being like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
And Trek Fest has its 5-year mission.
Soren will succeed in redirecting the path.
So yeah,
of the
this year
Nexus.
for In Your Dimension, it'll be TrekFest 40 on June 26th to 28th, 2025. And then their 5-year mission ends in 2028 with TrekFest 43, June 22nd, 24th. The future birthplace of Captain James Tiberius Kirk. Special guests in 2024, it was Terry Farrell. So you could have gone to see Jadzia Dax.
Yeah.
You could see Bonnie Gordon. You could see
Who was
Mr.
Bonnie
Combs
Gordon?
couldn't make it. Bonnie Gordon?
Yeah.
She's in Star Trek Prodigy.
Oh, okay.
You could see John Paladin, who's a Klingon in Katoomba.
Big Dax head. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
We loved it. We love a Dax.
Big Dax had Star Trek Fest 2039 had Elizabeth Von Presley, Blake Jack in South 35, and Nothing's Real, as well as Matthew Caine and the band Greenbrier with Miranda Payton, Been There, Done That, Tyler Rickton and the High Bank Boys.
They used to have their own Star Trek experience in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Dax walked so RFK could run, paving the way for brainworms.
And there's a parade. And there's the Starship Riverside Fan Club. Kids activities. Trek Fest for the kids. Has a tractor pull. There's a pancake breakfast. They have the Trilsner Pilsner. The Trilsner Pilsner.
Oh, okay. That's very funny. That's
The
very funny.
Trilsner
Fluval.
Pilsner.
Yes, that's very funny.
It's a beer honoring Jedzia Dax. The
Wow.
Wrestling Club meal from the Husky Wrestling Club. Husky Wrestling Club.
Are you just imagining like dogs wrestling?
No, I'm imagining Husky boys wrestling. I don't know, Richard Forrest was quite a husky boy, so it's a
Set
joke that
beers
comes to the head.
trill.
So you have models, including
Live
Games
long on
Workshop
pasta.
models. So Hunter could enter this. You have tricorders, space stations,
A trill.
flea market vendors. If you want to vend at Trek oh, fuck.
Do you want to vend at Trekfest?
No, but
Fluval?
no, I don't. I don't. But also, it might happen, huh?
It's only $20 for a table.
You have to get there is more the thing. But they have the Voyage Home Museum. Okay, maybe I do want to.
There's a
Exactly.
place you can stay, Flu.
Exactly. They have the Voyage Home Museum, which has the Riverside history and has a model of the Enterprise. And look at as a Gorn cardboard cutout.
That rules.
Eagle dressed as Captain Kirk. Or a
Oh, that's
falcon.
what that is.
It's
I
some
was
type of
like,
bird, yeah.
What creature is that?
And balls.
Balls. Love balls.
Yeah.
Wait. Go show me the balls. Where are the balls?
The fade transition. Here we go. Are those probes?
I don't know what those balls are.
I
We
know.
just watched 2 episodes with great balls.
And then there's
Spock's
TNG
brain has an
stuff, too,
excellent ball.
for some reason. And then you can meet the crew.
We need those balls.
And then there's that. And Empire, Klingon Empire emblems and Starfleet emblems. Trekfest.
Trekfest.
We're trilled.
With great balls does come
We're
great
trilled
responsibility.
to welcome this year's guest star, Iowa's own Terry Farrell.
Space balls.
You know what would have been fun is going to Trekfest and asking Terry Farrell to sign a Becker photo.
Strange Glances. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Unauthorized Star Trek store in the middle of nowhere.
Fascinating.
That is exactly where, like, Data, who accidentally got sent back in time and
That's
now
where his
just
head
has
is?
to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. They haven't aged a day.
It was called Federation HQ in Sandusky, Ohio. Okay.
Wow.
Oh, also, apparently so when I looked up Federation HQ, I got the International Federation of Trekkers.
Oh.
Oh, and today's
okay.
Federation stardate is 40709.6. Join the Federation. So they do like volunteering stuff, I think.
Oh, that's
And
sweet.
they like provide assistance during emergencies.
Yeah, they would.
Roots in Roddenberry. Started with the help of Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry. The Federation was designed to be the real-world version of the Federation, as seen in the Star Trek mythos. Our primary mission, do what the crew of the Enterprise does in every episode. Go places and help people.
Summer space.
Become part of something bigger. I thought it was going to be like a 501st sitch. But no,
Oh,
they're...
where like they just dress up, but they also like help
Yeah.
people.
Oh, wow, you pay. You can be a free member too, but you just like pay to like have so they can have money to give. And you can get a whoa!
Nice.
You can join the NASA Federal Credit Union if you pay.
Huh.
If you join it, so for $12 a year, you can join the NASA Federal Credit Union.
Okay.
And you get Federation branded extra. I don't know what that is, but you get 50% discount on all
Yeah,
merchandise.
just like the 501st.
And you get Office 365 subscription. I think this is it. This one's also based in Sandusky, Ohio, so this is that Federation.
What?
And yeah.
Tribbles?
You can buy Star Wars stuff too.
They have tribbles.
They also have Star Wars stuff.
I too would love to sneak into NASA.
Tribbles on board. In case of Klingons break glass. A snake tribble, a leopard tribble, a tiger tribble, a Dalmatian tribble, a woolly bear tribble, a meadow tribble, a triolic tribble, a cave tribble, a desert tribble, a tundra tribble.
I know it's
Raiden
all
tribble,
just the same like
Gamma
picture of a
quadrant
child
tribble,
holding
winter
a tribble.
tribble, attack tribble, tribble uniform, tardigrade, Borg tribble, mirror universe tribble.
Let's check out those other treasures. Is there a segment called Other Treasures?
Yeah.
Let's see what the other treasures are.
No.
Mostly tribbles.
Other treasures. No. There we go.
BitBoy HQ, and it only makes NFTs.
I see. Well, you can get
H-Dub, how dare you write something that makes me honestly go, wow, really?
You can get.
And then be like, oh no, it's just a joke. Oh,
you
God.
can get next generation shuttlecraft slippers for adults. So you can wear shuttlecraft on your feet. Orville replicas. Just action figures. Electric Superman Blue. Wolverine.
Orville.
Uranus soap.
I was like, God, they got NASA too. I'm like, oh,
I don't want to know what the White Star Line flag is. Oh, that's fine. I get. Oh, it's about the Titanic.
oh.
It's to honor the people who went down on the Titanic. Well, that's better than I expected
Yeah.
it would be from an Ohio store with a line-related flag.
It's on the Star Trek site. It's at the Star Trek store.
People are very good at missing what things are trying to say. Here we go. Here's the store.
Ooh. White cups.
Look at Grogu. Look at the baby. Look at the child in the captain's chair.
Ooh, look at the child. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
By the way, look at this is the array of ready rooms and stuff.
That's the
Federation
real
HQ.
Baby Yoda. That's the living
Yeah,
one.
it's the original. Did you know that, by the way, the Universal Parks have a Star Trek thing coming up?
Ooh.
So if you live near either Universal Park
Oh, yeah.
for FanFest nights,
Yeah.
yeah, there's also
Yeah,
a voice
remember
actor
that.
who got accused of sexual assault who is the captain on one of those revivals. So don't do that.
Well, it's not like that wasn't happening from the beginning.
Well, I know. That's very that's very in keeping with producer of Star
Formerly
Trek,
Denny's.
who we don't know which producer it is. But yeah, so as part of FanFest nights, they're gonna have a bridge of the USS Enterprise
Ooh.
that you can go in. So they're kind of bringing back Star Trek: The Experience for like one day, one event. Here we go.
Okay.
Boldly go where no one has gone before. The most immersive Star Trek adventure awaits you in an all-new journey into the heart of the USS Enterprise D, with must-have merchandise and exclusive themed food. I know, the experience was so cool.
So crew.
So crew. It's so crew.
It's so crew.
It's so Doog and so crew.
So do.
Grab your favorite cosplay, gather your crew, and set course for an forgettable evening. And so, yeah, see, like, look. You get to go on board the USS Enterprise D.
Crew.
Step aboard and discover adventure. A guided walkthrough attraction takes you aboard the USS Enterprise D as a mysterious entity wreaks havoc through the ship's systems.
So crew.
What a Star Trek plot.
Yep.
And you can go to Quark's Cafe and the 10 Forward Bar again, too.
So crew. Stop
So
trying
you
to
can
make
get
crew happen.
you can get Vulcan fritters, Klingon targ legs, and Orion spice funnel cake.
Vulcan fritters. Sounds
Yeah.
like you killed a Vulcan
Yeah,
and
and
made
you can
fritters out of
Sip on alien elixirs like the SETI eel margarita and Romulan ale.
pasta sauce. Art. Ew.
Oh yeah, did you see the pasta sauce art?
Quarks.
Did you see the
can go to
iDick?
Quarks.
The iDick pasta sauce? Is that that's iDick, right?
What is iDick?
Infinite diversity and infinite combinations.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what Roddenberry's bullshit
Yeah, that's
merch
the-
line looks
That's
like.
the iDick symbol.
It does look like a cockroach.
But it's the iDick.
It's the iDick. Is
Yeah.
there blood wine?
They don't say, and there's not the full menu online yet,
It is the iDick.
which I think is,
Yeah, Leonard Nimoy.
which I'd say is frustrating.
Diversity and inclusion. Not much of a dick. Yeah, basically. Equity and inclusion.
It seems iDick was keeping the planes in the air all along. They cut iDick.
Yeah, the whole crew had to we're not going to shoot your weird backdoor commercial for iDick, Roddenberry. Stop trying to sell merch and keep us out of the profits.
I mean, at least, you know.
At least it was that.
Yeah.
At least that's what he was selling.
At least it was like, I
Yes.
want to promote infinite diversity and infinite
Please
combination.
tell us the question you feel dumb about.
What's your
H-Dub.
question you feel dumb about, H-Dub?
Intern, does your name change? I'm Intern Kristie. Thank you so much.
What do you mean, does your name change? This has been an Intern Cat's Paw the whole time.
Thank you so much, Fluval. I'm
Ever
Intern
since episode
Kristie.
1
Thank
of
you
this
so
show,
much.
it's been me and Intern Cat's Paw.
Thank you so much. I'm Intern Kristie.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Intern.
Don't feel dumb about being a third dimensional
No,
being.
yeah, it's
H-Dub.
okay. Intern
You are
Chiaroscuro
all-
and I understand that you're just so below
Thank you so
us.
much. I'm Intern Kristie.
No,
Thank
yeah,
you so much.
Intern Cadillac and I we're just so far beyond
Thank you so much. I'm Intern Kristie. Thank you so much.
Intern Kringle and I mean, we know we just look down on you because you're just
Yeah.
inferior to us.
You are very inferior.
As are all third-dimensional beings. And speaking of third-dimensional beings, let's go to question number
Fucking
4.
telephone.
On your fucking
fucking
telephone.
telephone.
Get real. Which Star Trek movie led to the first movie-based Happy Meal in
Oh.
McDonald's history? Was that Star Trek The Motion Picture, Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan, Star Trek III The Search for Spock, or Star Trek IV The Voyage Home? It feels like a psych thing where Sean always introduces Gus to someone else. Oh, I know you know that I'm telling the truth. I know you know, but you don't have any proof. No, we don't do that kind of a running gag on this show.
No, there's no gags on this
No, this
show.
is a very serious show.
It's very serious. We're extracting your suffering for the pleasure of Fluval.
Me, Fluval. I'm Fluval, Grand Triviamaster of the Grand Aquarium Empire.
Collect all 2 whales.
Cerveza Cristal. Thank you
Fluval
for that
prides himself.
Cerveza Cristal, Wiz World Live.
Thank you so much. I'm Intern Kristie. Thank
Yeah,
you so
I
much.
Internfreecreditreport.com and I would never do that.
Thank you so much. I'm Intern Kristie.
Well,
Thank you
you've
so
locked in your answers. Let's see what you said.
Free credit report.
Remember freecreditreport.com?
Oh, I know freecreditreport.com.
Yeah, remember the songs they had?
Nope.
Well, let's see what you said. Oh, surveys Cristal.
Surveys Crystal.
We've surveyed 5 crystalline entities, and their answers are on the board. Tell your kids, tell your dad, and tell your mom. Freecreditreport.com. Let's see what you picked. 3 of you said Star Trek the Motion Picture. 3 of you said Wrath of Khan.
your
4 said The Search for
fucking
Spock.
telephone.
2 of you said The Voyage Home.
real.
Surveys.crystal. Like a domain address. But let's look at an ad for that Happy Meal
Oh my god.
to discover what answer is correct.
For you parents who don't speak Klingonese, he's saying, people of Earth, unite and bring your kids to McDonald's for a Star Trek meal. That's a regular hamburger, fries, soft drink, a McDonald and cookie sampler, and a Star Trek prize.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, 5 different
Yes, they
boxes
did call it
based on Star Trek,
Klingonese.
the motion picture, action scenes, jokes, games. He says, take it from a father who knows. His kids love him. McDonald's Star Trek meal available for your kids now.
For some reason, when he went like this, I thought he was like doing like the joke where you like describe the woman.
Awooga.
Awooga.
I also love the ominous music at the end.
Oh, yes, 5 different boxes based on
It's
Star
so
Trek, the
ominous,
motion
the
picture,
song.
action scenes, jokes, games.
Yeah,
He
it's motion
says, take
picture.
it from
Yeah.
a father who knows.
They
His
say
kids
it.
love him. And a Star Trek prize. Oh, yes, 5 different boxes based on Star Trek, the motion picture.
Damn it. Ha!
Yeah, the correct answer is Star Trek the Motion Picture. And this Happy Meal was sold from December 1979 to February 1970 or 1980. So only
A
2
double
of you, 3 of you
dumbass
got it
on
right.
you.
A double dumbass on you. It was, yes, that's what I accidentally said.
Happy Meal.
So this was everyone's introduction to the first Klingon redesign. This ad, this Happy Meal ad was how people were introduced to the redesigned Klingons.
Wow. Do you think they made that guy who did Klingon translate that?
I doubt. I'm wondering that too. Did Mark Okrand have to? Was he given a McDonald's commercial with the lip movements and had to reverse engineer that too?
They're like, let's do that.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
it seemed made up. Whereas for the movie, he did have to do that.
Yes.
But no, I don't think for the Happy Meal ad. I wish I'd known about that when interns Forrest and Emily got to meet him in person. So we could have asked. But let's see. Who got the most points? Who lost the most points? Well, obviously, the Wrath of Blog got the most points, getting 732, which is why they're now in first place. It took them 12 seconds to answer
Wow.
it.
There's only 3
Yeah.
people
With
in the positive.
No.
Oh.
And Fairhaven Enjoyer,
Oh, that's
yeah.
okay.
Fairhaven
I
Enjoyer lost the
understand.
most points, or lost the least points. A Vulcan who is Romulan lost the most points, losing 922 points. The Wrath of Blog, Harrison Ford, Live Long and Suffer, Fairhaven Enjoyer, QAnon at Farpoint, Star Trunk, or Stir Trek, more like Fart Trek, Starfleet Academy Reject. You all have positive score, while Blog's Brain, a Vulcan who is a Romulan, a whale's booty in transparent aluminum, NCC 1B BBR, Borg Colossus, and Spock's barely oppressed sexuality all have negative points. We're on half positive, half negative points as we go to the halfway point of our trivia question. Question number 5, which is also a returning question.
Ooh.
In 1994, Playmates released action figures mashing up the Ninja Turtles with which Star Trek series? The original series, The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, or Voyager? Do you remember the answer to this one, intern collectible?
So I just saw in your Mind Palace what the answer is, and I did not remember.
Oh, really?
Wow, I would not have gotten that question correct.
Wiz, you have these in your closet? Go get them out.
Go get them.
Go get them out and come on the show with these toys.
We got to see them.
I mean, we're going to see them either way. But
Show us these guys.
it would be great to see them in person.
Show us these guys.
As it were. So you wouldn't have gotten it right?
I would not
Well,
have
most
gotten
of you
it right.
didn't get it right. Because the correct answer is, in fact, the original series.
Wow.
The original series. They never did a TNG crossover, despite TNG being the current Star Trek when
Yeah.
these toys came out.
That's why I was like, what?
Yeah. So they're the Star Trek Turtles.
Should have gone with your gut.
Yeah, this was 1994.
Right? It feels like it would be way later.
What you mean? It feels like it would be later that they'd go back and do TOS?
No, it feels like they would be making these way after TNG TOS, which I guess they did.
I mean, yeah.
They're very neat.
Captain Leonardo is the wacky warp-driving leader. His
Yeah.
favorite episode is the Menagerie.
Hello, Palaquella.
His favorite character is Captain Pike. And the reason? His face looks like pepperoni.
Leo and Raph?
That's right. I'm going to re-say what I said. He likes Pike because Pike's face looks like pepperoni. Ah ha 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 hee! Captain Leonardo, former leader of the USS Pepperoni, is now in command of the USS Enterprise. Its 5-year mission to seek out new pizza recipes and boldly go where no pizza-loving Terra Turtle has ever gone before.
Wow.
Captain Leonardo leads his crew at a speed of warp pizza sauce factor 8 on their mission into deep dish space. A mission that should be as easy as a slice of dilithium pizza. Unless, of course, Captain Leonardo detects any space travel in foot, or Romulan or Klingons with his classic turtle tech tricorder. And if the space travel in foot won't listen to a histrionic plea for humanity, they'll listen to Captain Leonardo's Cowabunga classic phaser. One blast, and it's instant foot vapor. And his high trek and his high trek katana can slice a slit through the fabric of space. Ouch! With backup from his Star Trek turtle teens just a flick of the wrist away, Captain Leonardo is in instant contact with his crew via his cool classic communicator. He can talk to Chief Engineer Michelangelo, Chief Medical Officer Raphael, or First Officer Donatello. He can relay such critical data like, "Hey dude, we're out of pizza." These mutant mimics made the sewers safe, so now, with Captain Leonardo's help, they're out to make space the pizza frontier. He comes with a cowabunga.
I think it might be Redactron.
Is this canon? Yeah. Here's the back of the box. Radical. He comes with a Cowabunga classic phaser, classic turtle tech tricorder, cool classic communicator,
Kurt's hair.
high trek katana, and Star Trek turtle action base. Look at that base. It's the Starfleet insignia on a turtle shell.
Wow. Right?
Well,
Right?
what if you think that would be bad? What if you had to write the copy for Chief Engineer Michelangelo, who's based on Scotty? Favorite episode? Where no man has gone before. Favorite line? Captain, we're losing pizzas and I don't know why. Favorite order? Extra large with anchovies. When the pizza sauce engines are overloading.
Wait, what's the captain's favorite episode?
Menagerie.
Oh, okay.
When the pizza sauce engines are overloading and the life support systems are down, there's only one Star Trek turtle the captain can count on, Chief Engineer Michelangelo. Now, it should be Donatello as the engineer.
Yes.
Because Donatello famously does machines.
he does machines.
But, formerly the chief engineer on the USS Anchovy, now Michelangelo's the turtle tech genius aboard the famous USS Enterprise. And it's his job to keep things in one piece. He constantly monitors the taste of the engines with his mutant engineer and taste testing railroader. One wrong ingredient and things get very messy. And if those...
Mikey is illogical.
Well, sure. But one wrong ingredient, things get very messy. And if those far-flung foot or rebel Romulans try to steal the USS Enterprise power sauce supply, Chief Engineer Michelangelo has the classic foot-finding phaser that he's just itching to try out. And
I like
there's
how
no
they
match.
get their haircuts.
No, I think the idea is that because Scotty's the comic relief a little bit more.
Yeah.
And so it's Michelangelo as the comic relief. But so it's actually based on the archetypes that they fulfill.
Ooh.
He has trusty engine defending nebula nunchakus.
The normal turtles, like turtles in life.
Michelangelo has
Yes.
an innate sense of when the captain's going to want to push the engine past sauce factor 8.
Well, some kinds of turtles, like their shells look more like it's just their skin, you know? So they do look like weird scrotums. But those are usually aquatic turtles.
There's Chief Medical Officer Raphael.
They're kind of naked.
His favorite episode is
Just us.
Trouble with Tribbles. And his favorite line is, "Darn it,
Really
Leonardo.
nude. And this changes everything.
Darn it, Leonardo. I'm a doctor, not a pizza chef. Favorite order, take 2 pizzas and call me in the morning." His hair doesn't even
Wait.
look like bones.
Wait. It looks like he has a soul patch.
It does. I don't know. I think that specific figure is just messed up on the face.
They are all kind of Chippendales.
When the crew of the USS Enterprise go in unexplored space and nosh down too many alien pizzas, it's up to
cranky.
Chief Medical Officer Raphael to clear the air. Using his highly sensitive mutant medical classic tricorder, Chief Medical Officer Raphael quickly determines the state of things. Whether he's beaming down to some unknown planet or attending some seemingly illogical ceremony on the planet Vulcan. Chief Medical Officer Raphael brings with him some good common sense and a classic foot-chasing phaser, just in case. He's also got some subspace size. There's nothing like these slamming size anywhere in the universe.
Size?
Size.
What's a size?
Sigh.
Oh. Okay. That is what that weapon is called.
But
Okay.
moreover, Chief
Thank you,
Medical Officer
everyone. Thank
Raphael
you.
is a healer. He's taking care of his Star Trek Cowabunga crewmates when they've been sick, like the time First Officer Donatello was stranded on some desolate planet and had gone for 3 days without pizza. Radical. Talk about testing the limits.
That is what I thought, Opala Koala.
But
I
after
was like, what?
But after a quick medical evaluation, Chief Medical Officer Raphael was there with the remedy. All First Officer Donatello had to do was answer one quick question. Thick or thin crust?
Because you see, they like pizza.
Thick or thin crust?
Ha.
First Officer Donatello's favorite episode is Mud's Women. Favorite line? Doctor, it is not illogical to dislike pizza.
Why would he
It is
have
not logical.
Mud's Women be his favorite? If he's supposed to be the Spock analog, Mud's Women, which is a hilarious episode,
Because he does
is
machines.
one of the most... those are human women.
Oh right, that's
in that episode
you're right.
getting done.
It should be the second one. That's the one where Mud is just a human trafficker
Yes.
with drugs.
Yes.
Who drugs and traffics women, yeah.
Yes.
And his favorite order is green vegetarian. It should be I Mud.
I Mud, where Mud himself is trafficked.
And Mud does machines. Or is implied
He
to
does do machines.
He's implied to do machines.
He does a lot of machines.
Out in space, science is really important. So, of course, the USS Enterprise has the greatest science officer there is. First Officer Donatello. Born on the planet Vulcan near the Pizza Nebula, this green pizza sauce for blood officer is void of emotions. But he plays a mean harp.
Wait. Okay. So,
So he's part Vulcan, part turtle.
Scotty's favorite
And he has the ears.
is Where No Man Has Gone Before, which is the second pilot,
Right.
which is the one with Gary Mitchell,
Yeah. Kirk's is the menagerie.
which is just a banger of an
yeah,
episode. That's the
Michelangelo's
one with Pike.
Michelangelo's is Where No Man Has Gone Before. Raphael's, Chief Medical Officer Raphael's is The Trouble with Tribbles.
Okay.
But I do like that they reference Spock's harp.
He does play a mean harp.
Using all his brain power to think and act only logically, First Officer Donatello never gets upset unless someone breaks his harp. And even when the feverish foot start to throw temper tantrums, he just fires off a few blasts from his classic subspace phaser and goes about his work. Work is very important to First Officer Donatello. It's his job to make sure all alien pizzas are safe from mutant consumption. That's why he's never without his trusty classic sewer science tricorder. When an alien pizza has been declared safe, he contacts his emotionally driven crewmates, Captain Leonardo, Chief Engineer Michelangelo, and Chief Medical Officer Raphael with his pure logic communicator. Pure logic communicator, that is. With his job complete, he settles down and eats his slice, all without a single hint of emotion, until, of course, Chief Engineer Michelangelo takes the last slice. Also, this is my commentary on it. He fucks. You want to know why? Because he has the Ponfar Battle Bow Staff.
Wow.
So he fucks.
He fucks.
He has the classic subspace phaser, the classic sewer science tricorder, the pure logic classic communicator, the Ponfar battle bow staff, and the Star Trek shell action base.
Incredible.
Here's all 4 of them. Now, what I think is weird is he has ears. So he's clearly a different type of mutant than the rest of them. No.
Suffer booty.
Suffer booty.
Telephone.
On your
Get
fucking
real.
telephone, get real.
Get real.
In 1994, it was in fact the original series, as only 3 of you got right.
Ha!
Fairhaven Enjoyer got it right the fastest, gaining 925 points, while NCC1 BBBR lost the most points, losing 837 points. And now that was question 5, which means it's time for everyone's favorite, most radical segment of all. It is, in fact... That's right, it's time for our wacky ticket reunification game. It's not a raffle, no purchase was necessary, and you don't really get anything of value. All you get...
I love that H-Up.
All you get is to inflict the suffering on these tickets because they'd rather be apart. So much like the Horta, they can yell out, "Pain!
Pain! Sorrow,
Sorrow.
for the murdered children!
Sorrow for the murdered tickets."
Our first
Oh, also, there was a future Star Trek TMNT crossover in 2024
Oh,
where Donnie this time was Spock.
okay.
Because it was a Donnie was the cosplayer of the cosmos.
I see. Our first ticket. 396582. 396582. Our second ticket. 396642. 396642. Those are 2 space numbers.
Oh yeah, 42.
Yeah. And 66.
And 66.
Next, 3969 66. 3969 66. And another 3969 46. 3969 46. And our final ticket. 396585. 6946 is full aloof! Yes!
Also, I need to clarify that latter Spock toy. In that one, only Donnie got a Star Trek
Oh, I see.
variant. It was Cowboy Leonardo, Astronaut Raphael, Beach Bum Mikey, and Donnie as Spock.
Ha ha ha! Suffer, 1B. Suffer.
See.
Is that it? No winners? Just Fool?
What the hell?
Just Fool.
What the hell?
Yeah, see?
Incredible.
And he didn't have a Ponfar bow staff this time. But, let's see if question 6 has anything to do with those wacky turtles. It doesn't. Which of these is a real menu item at Quark's Bar and Restaurant from Star Trek The Experience? Is it Hoshi Sato's Coconut Shrimp, Picard's Pockets, the Sulu Toss, or Trip Tucker's Warp 5 Prime Rib Chili and Chips? Which of these is a real item from Star Trek The Experience's Quark's Bar and Restaurant?
The Sulu Toss.
Is it the Sulu Toss,
Right?
the Hoshi Sato's Coconut Shrimp, the Picard's Pockets, or Trip Tucker's Warp 5 Prime Rib Chili and Chips? Fuck is not one of them, blog.
Remember at least one.
You could not buy fuck at Star Trek The Experience. Actually, it's Vegas. You probably could. we have looked at this menu before, yes. We've also looked at some of the cocktails.
The rings of Beta Z.
Fuck! I got rings of Beta Z. Fuck! I got the shuttle salad.
Fuck.
Fuck! I got the grilled chicken con.
Fuck.
Fuck! I got Captain Janeway's salad. Fuck! I got the hamburger.
The hamburger.
Let's see what you picked. 4 of you said Hoshi-Sato's coconut shrimp. 3 of you said Picard's pockets. None of you thought it was the Sulu toss. 4 of you thought it was Trip Tucker's Warp 5 prime rib chili and chips. Well, they're all real. All of these were items you could get at Star Trek The Experience's Quark's Bar and Restaurant. And seen here, thanks to the website theavocado.org, the-avocado.org, we can take a look at this menu.
Hamburger.
And so, yeah, they had Trip Tucker's Warp 5 prime rib chili and chips,
Fucking telephone.
which was slow-cooked chili
Get
with corn
real.
tortilla chips, the famous Ferengi flatbread, fried Pipius claw, the holy rings of Beta Z.
Right?
Yep.
Right?
Hoshi-Sato's coconut shrimp, the saucer section, and the smorgasbord. The smorgasbord is a 3-tiered platter of empanadas, saucer section, and assorted fried Pipius claw. The shuttle salad, the Starfleet salad, the Kalis, the Lita's clam chowder, and the Miradorn. And Picard's pockets was a sandwich. And you get the flaming ribs of Targ also.
Yeah.
And the cocktails were the Warp Core Breach, which was like the big bowls you get at a bar, a tiki bar.
Hamburger.
The Borg Sphere, the Liquid Latinum, the James T. Kirk, which was like a Long Island iced tea. The Chaotica's Death Ray, where it named after one of the people from Tom Paris's holodeck sessions. The Mind Meld, the Plasma Disruption, and Promenade Specials and McCoy's Martinis, the Pattern Buffer, the Riza Colada, the Tranya, the Arcturian Fizz.
Tranya?
The Borg Queen is a martini. The Saurian Brandy Martini. The Bolian Sunset Martini. The Star Drifter. The Diana Troy's Chocolate Obsession. If there's one thing that Consular Troy knows, it's chocolate. This is one of her favorite drinks in the galaxy. An emphatic concoction of coffee liqueur, raspberry liqueur, Irish cream, and chocolate syrup. And yes, I read what it says. It says an emphatic concoction. I'm sure it's supposed to say an empathetic concoction, because like her,
That's her whole thing.
her whole thing is empathy. Well, it doesn't exist anymore, plausible deniability.
Ah,
The Riker Rita,
the Riker Rita.
the Systems Overload Martini, which was named by a Trek fan. Yeah, this was in Vegas in the Hilton, and it is no longer there. I mean, if you get yourself a hot tub time machine, you could probably go back there. Mm-hmm. And
Question still stands.
so yeah, some of the desserts are the Cardassian creme brulee, the Umax One Moon Circles, and Rom's ice cream.
On your
We might just
fucking
do it.
telephone. Get real.
Get real.
Oh, and this is the shortened drink menu. The original was... Oh, wait. Oh, my God.
The recipes?
Yeah, the Ugly Couch Show. The website has the recipes for the Quark's Bar drinks.
Wow.
Where you can make the Saurian Brandy, the Rocketino, the Pattern Buffer, the Orion's Belt, the Cardassian Cooler, the James T. Kirk. I mean, we read a bunch of them before.
Liquid Latinum.
The Borg Queen. I wish I'd seen this earlier, so you could have had some on this show.
Boy, am I glad you didn't see
Yeah.
this earlier.
I mean, Intern Forrest would have had it and reported back. But the Borg Queen was an Appletini, which was also called the T'Poltini.
It's a Paultini.
The Rocketino is... Yeah, the Star Drifter, the Pattern Buffer. So, I mean, this is great. Here's the link.
Amazing.
The James T. Kirk is Bacardi rum, gin, vodka, blue curacao, Sprite, and sweet and sour mix.
Deep Space
Oh!
Wine.
It's an AMF.
You're right. It
The
is
James
an
T.
AMF.
Kirk is actually not a Long Island iced tea. It's an AMF.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. We know a
Wow.
lowerly third dimensional being who needs to know this.
Yes.
If we had a bigger space, there would be Star Trek parties happening with these too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and here's some of the beers on tap. They had the Romulan Ale, which was just Pabst Blue Ribbon. It was PBR. Klingon Warnog Ale was Pyramid Hefeweizen. Klingon Blood Ale was Gordon Birch Marzen. Trixie and Bubble Draft was Bud Light. Dominion Lager was Gordon Biersch Blonde Bock. Obsidian Dark was Newcastle Brown Ale. Cardassian Pale was Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. And Maporian Ale was Fat Tire Amber Ale. There was also the Frozen Hirogen. Interesting. Oh, the Warp Core Breach. Yeah, and this person, these are the actual thing. This was an actual bartender at Star Trek The Experience. Yeah.
Right. I would hope so.
I agree. Romulan Ale should not be PBR. It should be a shot of 151. We'll also put that in our monthly multiversal missive on our Patreon if you want another link to it that's more maintained. And you should always support us again on patreon.com/Radio Free Multiverse, where you get a monthly multiversal missive, including photos of us behind the scenes, and also weird links and stories to things that we've found over the course of the month on the internet. It's internet miscellanea.
They had Romulan Ale in 6-packs?
Yeah, Star Trek The Experience had Romulan Ale on the 6-pack.
Wow.
The Warp Core drink wasn't listed on that site. So that remains a mystery in your dimension. And let's see, you all got it right, but Fairhaven Enjoyer...
Got it right the
No,
fastest.
they didn't. They're just in first. A Whale's Booty and Transparent Aluminum got it right the fastest. And despite that, they are still in 12th place with negative 1,077 points.
Wow.
More Like Fart Trek got it right the second fastest, and Fairhaven Enjoyer, despite being in first place, got it the least fast. Oh, it's on there, and it has 151.
Ooh.
You're right. Warp Core Breach is Bacardi, is 4.5 ounces of Bacardi rum, 3 ounces of Bacardi Limon, or other lemon rum, 1.5 ounces of Bacardi Select, 1.5 ounces of Bacardi Spice, 1.5 ounces of Dequipper Razzmatazz, which is a raspberry liqueur, and you have to use that one. Bacardi 151, 0.75 ounces of Bacardi 151, and 30 ounces of Welch's Mountain Berry. At the time, they made it with Sobe Power Fruit Punch. With Sobe Power. It was Sobe. The power flavor of Sobe, which was fruit punch. Dang. Interesting. Fascinating. And the Chocolate Obsession is the one that I think sounds most interesting for lowly third-dimensional beings. But of course, none of you should do any of these. You should have none of these, because consumable matter is a disgusting third-dimensional habit. You should live off of suffering, vibes, and trivia. Well, you missed out. Intern Forrest got to go. But he didn't get to drink anything, because he was 17 years old. And you know what's related? Our next question, number 7. The punk on a bus character from Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home returned in which Star Trek TV show? Star Trek Discovery, Star Trek Lower Decks, Star Trek Picard, or Star Trek Strange New Worlds? I hope you get it right. Not all of you have.
Oh!
Despite the answer literally being said in the chat, you have not gotten it all. You have not all gotten it correct.
This is why we need a new Star Trek movie.
Eagle-reared viewers. The Dead Man on YouTube guessing Picard. Thanks for watching on YouTube, The Dead Man. Eagle-eared viewers. Eagle-reared viewers. If you have the butt of an eagle, you might remember. But, oh, this is so funny. Okay. Half of you got it wrong. Because the correct answer is, in fact, Star Trek Picard.
Ha!
So half of you got it wrong, despite Wiz having said it earlier in the chat. The actor who played him is Kirk R. Thatcher, who also wrote and played the song I Hate You, which plays on the punk's boombox in Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. He also played a punk in Star Trek Homecoming, as was mentioned. And Kirk R. Thatcher was also a prop maker at ILM for a Search for Spock. And he was also a creature technician on Return of the Jedi. That's true. There was Section 31.
A new good one.
He also worked in the visual effects department on Poltergeist, E.T., and more, and is a friend of GLTS because he appeared on McClunky's 2 Jedi Knight, which was their Muppets Tonight charity stream back on October 18th, 2020. He also directed Muppets Haunted Mansion, Muppets Now, Muppets Take the Bull, The Muppets Wizard of Oz, 2 episodes of Lazy Town, and more. So that punk, kind of legendary, and a key part of the Muppets canon, friend of GLTS, and more. It didn't bring anything to there. And who didn't believe my trivia? Who definitely? Who amongst us does not belong? Someone here does not belong. Stranger amongst the loyal, I will weed you out. I will weed you out. I will weed you out.
Jesus, Fluval.
What?
Whoa, I did not expect that.
I
On your fucking telephone. Get real.
You watched it on your fucking telephone? Get real.
Someone is not of the body. We all here follow the will of Landru.
We all follow the will of Landru.
Oh no!
The Tellarite! I'm on leave.
Oh my.
I could have done that the whole time.
Fluval.
I'm over here now. No, I'm over here. Am I over here or am I over here? How about here? You can't find me. Whoa. What's great is Cerveza Crystal. Yeah. What if I was just always here on the right?
Oof. Oof, Fluv.
I'm your host, Drew Carey. Come on down. Let's have some fun.
Fluval is all around us.
Do a flip. Yeah. Do a flip. Yeah.
Amazing flip.
What do you mean this is scary? That's fun. We have fun here.
We have fun here in this station. We have fun here.
What did you say?
We have fun here. Whoa.
No, that's Star Wars. This is where the fun begins, is Star Wars. It is fucking aliens. And on that question, Fairhaven Enjoyer got it right the fastest, getting it right in only 4.3 seconds, so they got 904 points, while Vulcan, who is a Romulan, lost the most points, losing 933 points, as we now move on to question 8, which is about, I think, a very important show in science fiction history. Which of these Star Trek actors also appeared on Farscape, an Australian-American science fiction television series conceived by Rockne S. O'Bannon and produced by the Jim Henson Company and Hallmark Entertainment, originally for the Nine Network? Laurie Petty, Mary Mara, Matt Frewer, or Nick Tate? Which of these Star Trek actors also appeared on Farscape, an Australian-American science fiction television series conceived by Rockne S. O'Bannon and produced by the Jim Henson Company and Hallmark Entertainment, originally for the Nine Network? Was that Laurie Petty, Mary Mara, Matt Frewer, or Nick Tate? It is not all of the above. It is not all the above, blog, so consider your answers carefully. Is it Laurie Petty, Mary Mara, Matt Frewer, or Nick Tate? Lori Petty, Mary Mara, Matt Frewer, or Nick Tate? Well, I'll tell you this. A lot of you got it wrong. Once again, half of you got it right. But which half? Because 5 of you collectively compared... Oh, no, not half of you got it right.
No.
Less than half of you got it right. 2 of you said Lori Petty. 3 of you said Mary Mara. 5 of you said Matt Frewer. None of you said Nick Tate. The correct answers are Mary Mara and Nick Tate.
Suffer the
It was
dead
50-50, and nonetheless, most of you
Suffer.
got it wrong.
Suffer.
Nick Tate, of course, appeared on Star Trek Deep Space Nine as Liam Bilby and Star Trek Next Generation as Durgo. In Farscape, he played R. Wilson Monroe, who hosted the Earth television program Alien Visitations. Well, that's why you have to read the question correctly, Wiz. It's a little known strategy that you have to read correct. It's the same. But he's not on Farscape.
What is Farscape?
It's an Australian-American science fiction television series conceived by Rockne S. O'Bannon and produced by the Jim Henson Company and Hallmark Entertainment, originally for the Nine Network. And now Mary Mara here appeared on 3 episodes of Star Trek Enterprise as Sphere Vilder Presage. On Farscape, she played Linnea, a human-like scientist on an isolated world who dedicated herself to searching for extraterrestrial life. And then Crichton crash lands on her farm and becomes friends with her child. She also played Jill on 2 episodes of Lost. Remember her on Farscape?
Oh, I remember her
Yeah.
on Farscape.
Yeah, do you remember this Fluval's Fact Fractal? Farscape executive producer David Kemper also wrote the Star Trek Voyager episode Time and Again, where Voyager discovers a planet that suffered a horrible catastrophe. Janeway and Paris are then sent back in time and face the moral dilemma of whether to interfere to stop it. It's unknown if this inspired the episode of Farscape where Moya's crew is sucked back in time at the site of historical disaster and has to face the moral dilemma of whether or not to interfere to stop it. 2 very entirely different episodes of 2 entirely different 90s science fiction television series. But it's unknown which inspired which.
Ho-ho!
As we now go to our leaderboard, where we can see that Starfleet Academy Reject.
Suffer!
Yes, Live Long and Suffer is in first place, but Starfleet Academy Reject got that question right the fastest, getting 741 points, while more like Fart Trek lost 904 points. But nonetheless, your top 5 are Live Long and Suffer, Harrison Ford, Live Long and Prosper, Fairhaven Enjoyer, The Wrath of Blog, and Starfleet Academy Reject, They're also the only ones with positive points. Only our top 5 have positive points. Everyone else is negative. Yeah, getting it wrong does that, Wiz. As we go to our penultimate question, question number 9, another returning question. Which children's TV icon wrote an episode of Star Trek, the original series? Is that Fred Rogers, Jay Ward, Marty Krofft, or Sherry Lewis?
I love that creature.
I love that creature. I wonder how they made it. You really can't tell how they created that alien just by looking at it. I wonder if Wiz has made a mistake. I think he might have. I think Wiz got this wrong.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure Wiz got this wrong. And so has already violated their edict to not make more mistakes. Oh yeah, you're right. It is just a guy with fake ear tips. I can't make positive points even if I get this right. Well, see, what you should have done is gotten more questions correct. That was your mistake, Single Walk Run. This is the song that never ends. I did not get it wrong! Okay, then you're not who I thought you were. I studied, and most of these questions have been redos. There have been a number of redos, yeah. Yeah. And you still got a bunch, and yet, Missy, most of these have been redos, and yet only 5 people have positive school points. I mean, you would only have to watch 3 other episodes of Grand Trivia. Yes, and I studied not previous trivia. Well, then how do you... Wait.
By watching Cat Spa.
No, then how do you know that they're redos? You just remembered them? I think some of you have claimed to be good at trivia, Void. The show was easier for you to catch on Fridays. That's true. You remember us doing them. Oh, human memory is
Flawed.
and frail.
Very flawed. Very frail.
Remember old trivia questions in this fascist economy? Yeah. Which of these Star Trek shows makes fawning reference to a person who has illegally taken over the Department of the Treasury? The correct answer is Star Trek Discovery. It was always on Flu's days, but Flu's days, relative to your flawed limited dimension, are not always the same day. Mm-hmm. But now let's see what you picked. 2 of you said Fred Rogers. Let me make trivia big. Make Triv big. Trivia big now. 0 of you said Jay Ward. 3 of you said Marty Croft. 6 of you said Sherry Lewis. Yeah, I know. It's understandable to not be able to get the hang of Flu's days. It seems like a lot of you can't get the hang of Flu's days, given that, again, only 5 of you have positive points. Mm-hmm. The correct answer is, in fact, Sherry Lewis!
Yes!
The creator of Lamb Chop. She wrote the episode The Lights of Zetar with her husband, Jeremy Tarcher. The episode features the Federation Central Library Memory Alpha, which is also the namesake of the Star Trek fan wiki.
I don't know why, that makes me jump.
It makes you jump.
Jesus.
I should have known Marty would never do anything without Sid. Hot take. I mean, I agree, except I have one way in which Wikipedia is better is Wikipedia does everything in the past.
So does Memory Alpha.
That's my problem. Wikipedia does it because Star Wars is a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Star Trek is in humanity's future for the most part. So it should be the tongue will be a muscle.
I love that.
Or no, it should be the tongue is a muscle, but Spock will be born on planet Vulcan. And then for things about the fake past, it should be the eugenics wars happened in the 1990s. Or I guess they won't. They don't now. But, it should be very much future tense for the most part.
I see.
Good, because I'm right. Don't boo me, I'm right. Well, let's see. The Wrath of Blog got it right the fastest. But they're still not in first on our leaderboard. They're only in third.
Ha!
Yeah, and more like Fart Trek lost the most points, losing 938 points. I mean, I'm glad you're on the same page, Booty Slapper. I think it's way less. Using Don't Write Me, I'm Boo, the hamster from Baldur's Gate 3, and Baldur's Gate 2, and Baldur's Gate 1.
Fucking telephone.
On your fucking
Get
telephone.
real.
Live Long and Suffers in first. Harrison Ford in second. The Wrath of Blog in third. Fairhaven Enjoyer in fourth. Starfleet Academy Reject is in fifth. Borg Colossus, if you get this one right immediately, you can go positive.
Ooh.
Well, unfortunately for them, it's time to wager your points.
Wow.
So, because this is our final question. So they can't get it right, Wiz.
Oh, whoops.
Whoopsie daisy, whoopsie daisy, whoopsie daisy. Now, you should be sorry.
Yeah, you should.
They can get it right, but they won't. Yeah, so only 5 players can bet.
The Warriors way.
Only 5 players can bet points. In our game with 14 players, only 5
I'm not gonna win.
have points to bet. You could Whale's Booty and Transparent Aluminum if everyone else completely whiffs it. In the Star Trek Enterprise episode Carbon Creek, T'Pol's great-grandmother Tamir sells the patent rights to which of these inventions? Frisbee, Silly Putty, Slinky, or Velcro? In the Star Trek Enterprise episode Carbon Creek, T'Pol's great-grandmother Tamir sells the patent rights to which of these inventions? Frisbee, Silly Putty, Slinky, or Velcro? What I love also is the most what you'd expect from a Star Trek trivia question is the final question. All the other trivia questions have been about X-Men crossovers. I guess we sandwiched it. We sandwiched it with points that are questions that are actually about Star Trek in the way you would expect it.
Ooh, I don't know.
The cop one is, yeah, you can get 0 points. Like, you can still answer it if you don't have points, but it's Star Trek trivia, but not as we know it. Not as we know it. Not as we know it. It's Trek trivia, but not as we know it. But not as we know it. But not as we know it. Let's see what you picked. One says Frisbee. Oh my gosh, this is the one where almost all of you knew it, because it is in fact Velcro. 6 of you got it right.
I would have gotten it wrong, even though you told me this earlier in the week, Fluv.
Yeah. Vulcans.
For some reason, my brain was like, obviously, it's Slinky.
Vulcans, Mestral, and Tamir rent an apartment from a human woman named Maggie. Towards the end of the episode, Tamir takes the train to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And sells the rights to Velcro as a way to fund Maggie's son's college education. And Mestral is a joke, you see. Because in your dimension, Velcro was invented in 1941 by Swiss engineer George de Mestral. So Mestral is named after in your universe and timeline, inventor of Velcro. Yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds like an infuriating episode, 1BBBR. But you know, this infuriating episode of Grand Trivia is going to end soon. So let's find out who won our game of Star Trek Trivia. In third place, it's none other, it is kind of neck and neck actually. In third place, it's Fairhaven Enjoyer with 5,866 points. In second place, it is The Wrath of Blog with 6,364 points. And in first place, it is Harrison Ford, Live Long and Prosper, with 7,270 points. Congratulations to Harrison Ford.
Who's Harrison Ford?
If you are Harrison Ford, tell us in the chat.
Tell
us. So we can give you a little something. But I want to note.
Tell us.
All of our top 4 got 7 out of 10.
It's plausible deniability.
It's very funny that we just saw you. But our top 4 all got 7 out of 10 correct. Ooh. So it really was a squeaker here. And Starfleet Academy Reject got 5 out of 10 correct. So congratulations. No, we'll worry about it.
Yay! Wow, the real Harrison Ford was here with
What's
us.
up? I can't wait to play some trivia. Woo!
Woo!
Maybe.
You're right on time-ish.
Right on time-ish. You're really, I mean, you are right on time to see the most important part of the show.
It's true.
Which is this. Oh shit, that was Trantor.
Oh shit.
We should have destroyed that for Foundation trivia, not Star Trek trivia. Let's destroy a Star Trek planet too. Okay, good.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Okay,
oh no.
so we destroyed Earth and we destroyed Trantor. We're good.
Anything can happen.
And hey, maybe you will be in Sketchfest next year, and maybe you'll be on Grand Trivia next week when we bring you another exciting episode of Grand Trivia with 10 tantalizing, titanic, terrifying trivia questions all about
questions.
What you might ask?
What?
All about, where the damn is it? All about a mystery topic.
A mystery topic?
A mystery topic. No, it's Marvel trivia.
Oh, okay.
Because Brave New World is coming out next week. So it's going to be questions all about Marvel's Merrily Band of Masked Marauders.
Wait, it's really called Brave New World?
Yeah.
And it's not Brave New World like the book Brave New World?
No, you silly person. It's Captain America Brave New World. Don't worry, the questions will really be more about the comics and not the movies.
Not Strange New World.
No, it isn't. Strange New Worlds was this week, you fool.
Got Ford, our leader, Ford.
Harrison President Ford. See? Brave New World. See? I need to show you. See? You need to believe me.
Oh, I believe you.
Captain America,
Stan.
Brave New World.
Incredible.
It's incredible. And it's fantastic. By the way, the Fantastic Four also got a new trailer this week. So be sure to give all your money to Marvel Comics. But also give your money to Grand Trivia on patreon.com/Radio Free Multiverse. And I'll see you next week, you silly person. You'll maybe even win a Marvel No Prize. But we'll see you then, because you know what we have? Your coordinates.
Here he comes. Swimming closer than farther away.